In this video, I'm trying out one of the coolest Schedule 1 mods I've ever seen. This is the Dispensary mod, and it introduces a brand new way to sell products to your customers. Instead of running around at 3 AM trying to dodge police to complete deals, this mod allows us to sell our products in a store, making the customers come to us instead. But that's not all. We're not just selling normal weed. This mod lets us sell our weed as pre-rolls, edibles, vape cartridges, and even concentrates, which gives us insane profit margins. But to make this a little bit harder, for this video I'm only allowed to sell through the dispensary. That means no phone contracts, no street deals, and no using dealers. So I started a new save, picked up the dead drops, robbed Jen. Fuck's sake. Then robbed the Sewer King. And while we were picking up the last dead drop, we were able to get our first look at the dispensary building. Okay, and while we're here, this is the dispensary. And also find out how much it costs. It costs $10,000 though, so we needed to start making some money, and quickly. So I sold the sewer key and phone to Mick, and this gave us just enough money to buy a skateboard. I could then steal that money back and buy another skateboard. And I kept doing this until I messed up a pickpocket and had to beat the shit out of Jeff.
No, don't do it!
Next, I sold all the spare skateboards to Mick. Well, that's almost $4,000 already. Yeah, let's just kill some police. Okay, and after we sold the guns, we had just enough to buy the dispensary. Hello.
Shut the fuck up, you c***!
So I already tested this mod earlier. The all-time revenue and the audit risk hasn't reset for some reason. So because the audit risk didn't reset from when I tested this mod, we were already at risk of being fined or even closed down. But we have the dispensary now, so let's go harvest the weed and we can start making some money. After I harvested the weed, I answered Nelson's phone call, which blew up the RV. Then I went back to the dispensary to sell the weed. Okay, so dispense, and then we could only sell pre-rolls at the minute, but as we progress, our reputation will increase, giving us the chance to sell our weed as edibles, vape cartridges, and concentrates. But for now, we were stuck with making pre-rolls. After stocking the dispensary, I bought the motel, set everything up, and went to bed. So this mod also lets you launder money through the dispensary, and you can choose how much you want to launder, but it changes the risk, so. And because our audit risk was already high, I kept the laundering on the lowest option. I started growing some more weed in the motel, and then got a message that we've already had some customers. Oh, we made 1,600 already. Oh, we got a customer. Hell yeah. Okay, 1,600. Our risk is very high. I don't know what to do about that. I guess we can turn laundering off. Oh, the customers are flooding in. Hell yeah. Because I wasn't able to deal with customers or do any samples, one of the only options for getting XP early game was by spraying graffiti. This gives 50 XP per spot, and luckily the glitch to get infinite spray paint still worked. So I bought 100 spray cans and ran around spraying every graffiti spot on the map, which took me over 6 minutes, but it was worth it because we got over 3,000 XP at the end of the day, which took us all the way to Peddler 1. Okay, and I think this is the last one. I think I've done every single graffiti spot now. Oh no, there's one on here. Hang on. Beautiful. After I finished with the graffiti, I went back to the motel to harvest the weed, and then went to buy some better supplies from Oscar. I then spent some time upgrading the motel build, so I'd be able to grow all 4 strains of weed, because apparently more variety gives your dispensary more rep or something. I don't know. Anyway, I bought some more seeds, then went to check how the dispensary was doing. Okay, it's not making as much as I'd like, but we're making money.
I then restocked all the weed and we saw a very strange customer.
What the fuck? What?
And the more time I spent in the store, the more strange the customers got.
What the fuck is Bruce doing?
I cannot see, I'm legally blind.
We're getting a lot of customers though. What's Philip gonna buy? Nothing. He didn't buy anything. What the fuck is going on with this mod? Did Peggy buy something?
Nope.
Right. Stan?
Huh?
Albert? Nah. What? Wait. What is going on? Yeah, so our dealers are now buying from us. What the fuck? Okay, we're still quite far off buying the kitchen. 20 grand. And we've only got 3. Well, the good news is we're right next to the casino.
Nope.
Fuck.
Nope.
Fuck.
Nope.
Shit.
Nope.
Fuck.
Nope.
Nope. Shit.
Nope.
What the fuck? Okay, this is big. This is big. Come on. Come on. Clubs.
Nope.
Right. Well, we are now out of money.
After gambling away everything I had, we got sent some bad news from Manny.
Wait, what? I just lost all our money and then I got fined. I've literally got laundering turned off. Okay, well, that could not have happened at a worse time. I've got no money left.
I've got nothing left. I've got nothing left.
By day 4, we were ready to start mixing, so I turned on the seeded mixing setting, which completely randomizes mixing. I then stole the meth from the sewers, and I used it to work out how to make a good mix. And this did take a while, but the reason I wanted to do this is because every time you discover a new mix, you get 80 XP, making it the quickest way to level up. And with this XP, we managed to unlock drying rats, so we could finally start making heavenly grade products, which would sell for a lot more at the dispensary. But eventually I managed to make this.
That's pretty good. We've got the 2 best effects in the game, shrinking and zombifying. I'm happy with that. 186 for a 4 mix. That's not bad.
So I mixed all 4 weed strains with this recipe, and this is what I got.
This is the OG Kush. Toxic kinda ruins it, but that's not bad, $93. This is the Sour Diesel, 106. And the Green Crack is 93 again. Disorienting ruins it, but that's okay. And the last mix, this is the Granddaddy Purple, $102. Not bad.
I then went to restock the dispensary with the product we just mixed, and came back the next day to see how much it sold for.
Okay, I'm a bit confused because I've put some of the mixed product, but it's saying it's the same price as the stuff that isn't mixed, so I don't really know if this is working properly.
I still don't know why the mixed product didn't show separately, but all I know is that the mod says that the price does change based on the mix, so I'm just going to assume that it was a visual bug or something. But now we'd found our mix, it was time to start thinking about building an automatic weed setup. I continued growing, drying, harvesting and mixing more weed, and eventually I saved up enough to buy the bungalow. But because we can't unlock new customers, we weren't able to unlock AC units as they only unlock after meeting Fungal Phil. So I had to make an entirely new build just for this save. And after building and setting up the bungalow, I went back to the dispensary to check how much we made.
Okay, please tell me it's made a lot. That's not good.
We had just enough money to pay our employees, so after stocking everything up, we paid our employees and they started getting to work. And if you're enjoying the video so far, please make sure to leave a like. These videos take a long time to make, as there was over 4 hours of footage to get through. And if you are new here and want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe. Thank you all for the support you've given me so far, and let's get back to the video.
Please tell me we've sold a shit ton. Right. It feels like we're selling less now than we were at the start.
Our dispensary was not selling enough product, and we were desperate for an upgrade. So I did the only thing I know to do. Gambling!
$15,000. Do we stop there? Nah, fuck it. Okay, 20,000. Get me that kitchen immediately. Kitchen, bought. 25% faster production. Okay.
Now that we had the kitchen, our production speed increased and we were finally able to start selling edibles. So I grabbed some mixed weed and went back to the dispensary. And then I realised we had a new employee.
Oh, I didn't even notice. We've got a...
Although I'm not entirely sure what he was doing.
What is going on?
I turned all the mixed weed into edibles, and then the next morning I went back to see how much they sold for.
We're now on day 10, and I just got a message that the edibles are done. So they sell for 286 each, but the base price is 106. So I'm confident that mixing makes no difference.
So instead of mixing all my product, I just started stocking the base weed strains instead.
Another police officer buying from us. Cool.
But a few days later, I realised that this was a mistake.
Okay, so update. Now that I put a load of standard weed in there, the price has gone down. So mixing does make a difference.
So I still don't really understand how the pricing works, but I'm guessing it just shows the average price of all the edibles you have in stock, or something. I don't know.
I guess I better build a mixing station then.
So I decided to build an automatic mixing setup in the storage unit, in the hopes that it would bring our prices up. So I collected the money that we'd made and started making the build. After the build was finished, I ordered deliveries and brought a load of weed that needed to be mixed. I paid the employees, but then we got some bad news.
We should start having some mixed product. I've been fined. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Several days later.
Okay, it's been a few days since I last recorded. We should have enough now to buy the lab, and then we can start making concentrates, and Naked Guy is back. Okay, how much have we made? 13,000. And we can now buy the lab and make vape cartridges and concentrates.
So I made all of my weed into a mix of cartridges and concentrates. And after waiting a while, we got to find out how much they sold for.
Our first vape cartridges are done. 472. Why did it go down? I don't know why it keeps going down. First concentrate is done. Okay, now that's better. Okay, and it's going down. What the fuck?
Yeah, so now I was starting to see the issue with this mod. There seems to be a lot of bugs around the prices your products sell for, as well as the issue that all different weed types that cost different amounts get put into one category with the same price, which means I don't think mixing or having a variety of different strains actually did anything. But with that being said, I don't want to shit on this mod too much, because it's obviously a very impressive mod that a lot of work has gone into, and if it gets updated I will probably play it again. So if you'd like to see that, make sure to leave a like, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. And if there's any mods or challenges you'd like to see me try next, let me know in the comments. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.